The Bad Batch Season 3 is focused heavily on Force-sensitive cloning, with fans believing it's all to set up Palpatine's eventual return. But what if I told you that's not all they're setting up? Hold on to your helmets, because this season isn't just a wild ride with our favourite clone squad, they're laying the foundations for stories that are yet to be told, which could lead the galaxy to becoming a pretty messy place. Now, to understand the direction the stories are going in here, we first need to dive into the dark corners of the Emperor's closet. If you thought the Bad Batch was just about clone troopers with attitude, then think again, because Season 3 is unpacking some serious Imperial secrets. Remember to leave a like on the video if you enjoy it, and subscribe to the channel if you want to catch more. Now let's zero in on Mount Tantis here, the peak of intrigue on the planet Wayland. This isn't just your average mountain getaway, no. Mount Tantis is the Empire's top secret lab, where cloning isn't just a science, it's more like an art form. After giving Kamino the cold shoulder, which we saw in Season 2, the Empire set up shop here, turning it into the Advanced Science Division's HQ. You know, the one Dr. Hemlock's itching to lead in Episode 3?
If I am appointed the scientific minister, I would strive to bring unleashed glory to all divisions of the Imperial Science Corps.
Yeah, that's the place. Now imagine being Nala Se for a moment, snatched and shackled in this Imperial fortress. This is where the Empire's cloning ambitions hit the hyperdrive, with facilities that scream top secret louder than a Wookiee's roar. Picture holding cells brimming with clone captives, and underground vaults stuffed with pods that could be brewing anything from Snokes to Zillo beasts. Who knows what else? And the security, Mount Tantis is locked down tighter than the Death Star's trash compactor. Mount Tantis is swarming with clone commandos, Imperial Royal Guards, and those shiny TK stormtroopers. Not to mention the extremely hostile native wildlife that lurches past the base's perimeter. Altogether making sure no rebel scum gets a peek. All this cloak and dagger, this is the brainchild of one man, a guy whose obsession with cheating death started way before the Empire's birth. Alright, strap in, because we're about to take a hyperspace jump from what's happening in the Bad Batch to the granddaddy of the dark side himself, the very reason Mount Tantis even exists. But before he was a hooded horror haunting our heroes, Sidious was already knee-deep in the dark side's murkiest waters, fishing for the ultimate catch, immortality. This guy wasn't just toying with Sith alchemy, he was on a full-on dark side bender, diving headfirst into every forbidden ritual under the Twin Suns. And guess what? He even considered swiping right on some Night Sister magic, but after seeing the state of those zombie Night Sisters, he might have swiped left instead. Though after his Episode 9 makeover, who's he really to judge?
Unnatural.
Now, Palpatine's big comeback left us scratching our heads, but the Bad Batch and the Mandalorian are stitching up the saga by threading the needle of the Empire's cloning shenanigans. They're setting the stage for tales yet untold, and at the heart of it all, Mount Tantis. This isn't just some random blip on the Star Wars map, it's a legacy from the legends, a shadowy slice of history ready to burst into the new canon. Born from the brilliant mind of Timothy Zahn in the Thrawn novel, Mount Tantis was Palpatine's personal Pandora's box. Stashed on Wayland, it was more than just a vault for dark side artifacts, it was actually a cloning factory that even Grand Admiral Thrawn couldn't resist exploiting. Forget the AT-ATs, Palpatine's security detail was cooler than Hoth, with a dark Jedi on guard duty making Mount Tantis the galaxy's best kept secret. It was the rendezvous point for Mara Jade, the Emperor's Hand, and a drop-off spot for Vader's special delivery, Luke's Severed Hand, courtesy of the galaxy's most twisted courier service, I guess. Flash forward to the Battle of Endor, and Palpatine's treating Tantis like his personal Sith safety deposit box, stashing in his last treasures. But the real kicker? The 20,000 Sparty cylinders, capable of churning out clones at breakneck speed, all part of Thrawn's master plan to shake up the New Republic. And now we're threading the needle between the rich tapestry of Star Wars legends and the vibrant fabric of the current canon. Thanks to the Mandalorian, we've got a front row seat to the Empire's shadow play. They might have taken a hit at the Battle of Endor, but like a phoenix from the ashes, the Imperial remnants are biding their time in the dark corners of the galaxy. The New Republic might think they've turned the Empire to stardust, but hold up. It's not all as it seems. Enter the Imperial Shadow Council, the galaxy's most elusive puppet masters, slicing up the star systems like a cosmic Thanksgiving feast, handing out slices to the hungriest warlords. And these warlords aren't just kicking back in their star thrones, they're on the grind, stockpiling resources, all for the grand entrance of Grand Admiral Thrawn. It's a hush-hush operation, so keep it under your space helmets. We wouldn't want the New Republic eavesdropping on this master plan. Flashback to a little while ago now, and boom, Thrawn's back in the spotlight thanks to the Ahsoka show. Ahsoka Tano, the Jedi who hung up her Padawan braid, picked up on the whispers of Thrawn's return and set out on a quest to find the galaxy's most elusive Grand Admiral in 9 ABY. Her journey led her to Thrawn's main witch, Morgan Elsbeth. With a little help from Elsbeth and the Great Mothers, and freedom in his grasp, Thrawn and the Great Mothers set course for Dathomir, the haunting homeworld of the Night Sisters. Even from the shadows, Thrawn's genius paved the way for the New Order, guiding the Loyalists through the treacherous unknown regions, laying the groundwork for the First Order, all part of Palpatine's grand contingency plan. The groundwork for Thrawn's epic comeback has been laid out, and it's all thanks to the Bad Batch Season 3. The series dropped a bombshell with Project Necromancer, the Emperor's secret recipe for immortality. Palpatine never fancied the Ruler 2, why pass the baton when you can run the race forever? Project Necromancer is where the dark side meets high-tech wizardry. Palpatine's grand plan? To hop into a clone body if he kicks the bucket, and guess what? This sinister scheme was in the works long before Vader decided to play toss with his boss in Return of the Jedi. Now with Grand Admiral Thrawn strutting onto the stage in the Ahsoka show, it's game on for a live-action retelling of Heir to the Empire. Thrawn's got his eyes on the Empire's treasure trove at Mount Tantis, ready to whip up a clone army faster than you can say Order 66. All he needs is to rally the Imperial remnants who are just itching for his signal. In the Legends expanded universe, Grand Admiral Thrawn wasn't just a blue-skinned strategist, he was a cloning connoisseur using Sparty cylinders hidden away in Emperor Palpatine's Mount Tantis storehouse on Wayland. His mission, to churn out a clone army swift enough to tip the scales against the New Republic. Thrawn wasn't picking names out of a hat for his clone templates either, he was scouring the ranks for the cream of the crop, his goal to infuse his troops with his own strategic prowess, creating a legion of tactically brilliant stormtroopers. But even the best laid plans can go haywire, and those clones ended up more aggressive than anticipated, lacking the nuanced leadership that Thrawn envisioned. But Thrawn's vision didn't stop there. He engineered elite clone soldiers with a fierce loyalty to their homeworlds, planting them as sleeper cells across the galaxy. These weren't just any soldiers, however, they were the secret resistance against the looming far outsider threat, the Yuzong Vong. And who better to serve as a template than Baron Soontir Fel, the ace pilot of the 181st? In a move as secretive as the unknown regions themselves, Thrawn squirreled away a single Sparty cylinder. Should he fall, this clone would rise in his stead a decade later, yet fate had other plans as Luke and Mara Jade stumbled upon and destroyed his final gambit. Now let's talk cloning tech for a moment. The Sparty process, a concept birthed before the prequels, offered rapid clone production but at the cost of quality. Despite this, Palpatine leveraged these cylinders in the twilight of the Clone Wars, giving the Republic that final push towards victory. With the Sparty cylinders absent from Wayland and the current canon, the Empire leaned on Kaminoan expertise. But now, with Mount Tantis woven into the new Star Wars tapestry, the stage is set for a live-action homage to Heir to the Empire. Thrawn's plan could unfold with chilling efficiency, elevating him to a threat level beyond what Legends ever told. Now, this is my speculation here, but remember Moff Gideon? The guy claimed he cracked the code on Force-sensitive clones. We saw his cloning vats go kaboom.
You smothered them before they could draw their first breath.
But what if this wasn't the end of his story? What if Gideon had a backup plan, stashing clones elsewhere ready for a rainy day? Imagine Thrawn commanding an army of Force-sensitive Moff Gideon clones. It's a way to resurrect the main baddie of The Mandalorian without cheapening his demise. It's a chess move that could change the game and set the stage for a showdown that'll have fans on the edge of their seats. Let me know in the comments, do you see Mount Tantis being used by Thrawn in the Mandoverse? Remember to like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel if you want to catch more. I'll see you in the next one. May the Force be with you.